Good morning, everybody, from our final day in Texas. Yeah, today is the day. Got suitcases lined up here, and we are ready to roll this afternoon. So it's early in the morning right now, about 6 something in the morning. Got some tasks around here that I need to do and get those last little things knocked out and just everything secured before we leave. And we'll be leaving out, and Mike will be rolling in. So we're just going to do a change of guards. He's going to be back here at the farm in Texas, and he's currently at our house over in the Philippines right now. So we'll do a little swap out, a little change of guards. Cap's decided to get back home, decided to get back to his girlfriend and his chickens. Yeah, to his house, to his life there. We're excited to get back to our life in the Philippines as well. So we're gonna get this day started, and we're just mega excited to be leaving out of here. In fact, pretty exhausted, especially me. I have worked my tail end off. We'll just leave it at that. So I am ready to take a break, get to the Philippines. I'm just enjoying the travel. I like to travel. I like the plane rides, everything. So I know some people don't, but I do. And I'm just looking forward to it all and getting back over there and enjoying the life that I enjoy so much. Well, this is it. We're out of here. Bill's done showed up outside. We done loaded all of our bags up, and we are out of Texas, man. We are gone. See you later. I mean, you couldn't ask for 3 happier people than Mel, Cap, and myself, man. We are just so happy to return back to the Philippines. So here it is. Goodbye, Texas. And love seeing my state, but at the same time, it was one hot state, and it was a lot of work. But next time home, still be a little work, but nothing like this time. We really made some huge accomplishments. Next time we'll probably see you guys. Maybe you might show something in the travel, just in case you don't. See you guys next time in the Philippines. Guess what, everybody?
We're home.
home to the Philippines.
Yes. Yes,
Home,
we're
home.
home.
I tell you what, it has been so great coming home. First of all, number one, um, the trip went pretty darn smooth. One little hiccup in San Francisco. Philippine Airlines just trying to be greedy and get some money. But aside of that, everything was great. It really was. It just
Yes.
minimum stopover, or the layovers between flights, very minimal. Not too rushed, not too long that you wore out waiting for another flight. Perfect timing on all that. Um, our flights all went pretty darn good. It was just great. And we got here in a morning time instead of in the evening and all that we have in the past. So that was nice to be able to arrive here early in the morning. And one of the best parts is my brother-in-law Richard, her sister, we call her Bebe or Marilyn, her and her husband Richard, that just moved here from Dallas. While we've been gone, they moved here permanently. They sold out in Texas. Well, they picked us up at the airport along with her brother Marlon, and man, it was a nice warm welcome, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was. And we took Cap home first. Cap was so excited to get home and see all of his plants. His yard looked beautiful.
Mhm.
The bananas that he planted, that he bought some, and he got some from our beach out here. Man, they're huge.
And he got some papaya and lemongrass as well.
Yeah, from Melinda in the past, all looks great. And then I had gave him chickens we hatched. Everything is going great at Cap's place. I know he is so happy to be home. So we pull up here to our house, and I just look up, and everything looks so normal, and it looks so good. And I didn't get to see much time with this house, Mel and I, neither one of us, of the roof on it and all of that before we left. I mean, it was just like boom, 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 working, and then we were gone. So to pull up and see it and looking so nice was such a pleasure. And then to go inside the house and open the door, and it's so clean and in nice condition. And then open our bedroom, open our closet, our walk-in closet, open our pantry that's been locked up, and there's no mildew or mold, because this is a very humid country. In our old house, everything would be solid mildew, wouldn't it?
Yes, yeah.
It
So,
and
plus before, like whenever that finish anything, yet there's some molds, but now, it's okay because we secure everything.
yeah, it was just nice and clean, and it was so welcoming. I didn't come home to a bunch of problems. That was so nice. It was just very welcoming. And our sister-in-law, Joanne, and her brother Marvin had food cooked up here and ready. So we had some KBL, we had some fish, we had some rice,
Yeah.
and some daikon radish with onions and tomato and all in it. Oh man, what a wonderful return home. I just couldn't ask for it to be any better.
Nothing
fact,
feels like home.
I've been at a bit of a loss because I'm expecting to come home to some kind of problems, and there's not. Melinda, she's trying to stay up now. It's about 2 in the afternoon right now, and she's trying to stay up for the whole day so that she can have a normal night's rest. But she's really tired.
Plus, besides of that, I am so excited and restless. Check first when I arrive here. I check my plants.
And her plants look
Yeah.
amazing. And I told her, don't go out there and chop them all up, cutting their arms and legs off of them.
I told them, I think my plants say, damn, she's here now,
Yeah, hide. Because she's like Edward Scissorhands and gets hold of those plants, tries to give them all a haircut. Yeah, so man, I said, Mel, they just look beautiful like they are. Just add
Yes,
additional.
my plants, my ornamental
Yeah.
plants, they're so good because I think it's the rains also has helped, for.
The beach has held up good.
Mhm.
Nothing's washed away out there. Everything for all of our work we did there in the past is all paid off.
Mhm.
And I think it's rewarded our neighbors as well, because it's really gave some good protection out there.
Yes.
So I have nothing but positive to tell, just nothing but positive to tell, and that is great.
Plus our chicken there, they grow up.
Oh my gosh, our chickens look so good. Well, let's walk on inside the house here, Mel.
Welcome
So-
to our humble home.
Yeah, of course, we got suitcases out and unpacking and all right now. But, I mean, we just come home to a house like if we just left it yesterday.
Yes.
Uh, but one funny story, though, one funny story I will tell is after starting to do a little unpacking and visiting with family, and Melinda's mom comes over and eats with us too, and we're just having a good time visiting. I finally said, well, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch a little bit of TV and just relax and kick up my legs and recliner for a little bit because we've done a lot of travel. And I watched about 10 minutes of TV and PLDT goes out. Yeah, and we've already had to call and turn in a ticket. I mean, we didn't even get 10 minutes in of it. And I have my Starlink right here. And I'm going to tell you about that. When I brought my Starlink to the Philippines, Starlink was not being sold yet in the Philippines, okay? It just was not available here yet. So I brought my equipment prior to it being sold in this country. And I was on what they called a mobile plan in the United States. So when I first brought it over here, that mobile plan included just pretty much anywhere I would have took it to that would get signal. And then they launched in the Philippines, they launched in some other countries, and they also broke up their plans into more plans on the US plans. And so I ended up on this, what they called a global roam, and it was $200 a month based on this equipment coming out of the United States, to where you could buy equipment here and you're going to be out basically something like 50 something dollars a month. So I couldn't just easily switch my account to be a Philippines account to save all that money. So right now this equipment is turned off. I had to turn off my United States account, and then I have to do what they call a transfer of ownership, which is just transferring the ownership from James Hightower in the United States to James Hightower in the Philippines. And I think, they have to pass through some government regulation and stuff there, and where it's going to work with the stations over here and be registered as a Philippines account. So I've got to go through that right now, and I'll probably do that over the next couple of days because the PLDT here is definitely way faster, and we need a permanent service here for having guests down in our rooms and all below. And the Starlink, I'm still going to travel with it even here in the Philippines. But trying to run a vlog, I need to not always count on PLDT's outages of messing me up on uploading and managing the vlog. So I want the Starlink as a backup. And then if we're here and the PLDT goes down and we have guests here, they will also have a backup for internet. So that's my one hiccup, my one and only hiccup. My little pickup, I connected the battery post on it, got inside of it, expecting it to be all mildewed, molded, but nope, it was in great shape. Just everything seems to be in great shape. And this cat right here is a stray cat that we took in before we had left. It's been around for a long time over here, for a long time, and it was a very wild cat. You could not get anywhere near that cat. And we started eventually feeding it, and it would kind of come up a little bit more and more and more. And we kind of really settled this cat down, and this cat was looking all fat and healthy. But when we left, we asked people not to be mean to it and to feed it. But I'm sure this cat has got very minimum food because they just don't get it of why we want to feed this stray cat. But we like it. And I can tell this cat was so happy that we come home. I very much tell it's happy we come home. Melinda's already been feeding the cat up, and she's just pleased to see it still here. Kind of funny though, because one family member come over earlier and the cat was sitting right here at the top of the stairs, and as they walked to the top of the stairs, they kicked the cat. Just get out of here, I just laugh, man, man, we're trying to tame it, and then they're trying to play NFL football with it. So Another thing, my bananas here. It's grown a whole new bunch of bananas on it while we've been gone. Um, let's see if we can get a little close up on them right there. Yeah, I've got new bananas. But the place is looking good. I've been all up top, all around, and just everything looks nice. Of course, there's some wash up from storms and stuff out on the beach, but the beach looks pretty good. The gabion cages have apparently been holding on really well, and I'm happy for all of it. I just tell you, I am. And I look forward to doing a little cleanup around here, doing a little mowing around here, and getting on to a few other projects. In my suitcase, I've got parts for this Sea Ray, and I've got things coming in ballot buying boxes for this Sea Ray. So the things I wanted to have for it immediately when I got here to do some stuff, I brought in suitcases. The least important stuff, because of weight, came in ballot buying, or will be coming in ballot buying boxes. So that's gonna be pretty cool that I'll get down there on that project. And Miss Mel, she's not gonna stop, boy. She is gonna keep herself busy to the last drop. I think you said you're gonna go to Zumba tonight too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I bet you knock out hard tonight. I hope you do.
Yes, that's all I want.
I don't want you to be a 3 or 4 day zombie here. Because let me tell you, if Melinda ain't getting any rest and all, if she's not getting any rest, you're not going to get no rest, because she's going to make you miserable. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. Really. She will be grouchy, irritable. She will say things that you think she needs an exorcism. On the boat, I brought a turbo boost gauge. That's one of the things you got to watch out on this little motor in here, is that the wastegate opens properly in the boost, or it will burn up cylinder number 3. So I said, well, I want to monitor those things because I want this motor to last me a long time. And unlike a gas motor that averages about 1,000 to 1,500 hours before it has to have a full rebuild, these little diesels are known to go 8,000 to 10,000 without having to have anything. And even at that, then they can just have an overhaul and keep on going again. So the diesel's definitely a smarter way to go. But I did send a few other things for it. I sent a lift pump. It's made just for this diesel, and it has a second, or a primary filter on the lift pump. And that's going to help you if you have to change a filter out on the water or something, and you need to get those things primed back up quick. Maybe you're adrift or anything like that in deep water where you can't even anchor. Well, you get caught in a current or storm, anything like that happens, you want to be able to get those filters filled back up fast and get the engine started back up. So the lift pump's definitely the way to go. And another thing with the lift pump is you can circulate the fuel through the filters and keep your fuel clean in your fuel tank on there, and have less problems too. If you don't know, diesel can get like an algae like growing in a gel that can clog everything up. So they'll circulate that fuel a lot of times and clean that out and put some treatment in the fuel and all. This ain't a boat video though, but I'm just telling you a little bit of things of what's going to be coming up. So I'm going to be adding some of those things on there. We're going to be testing the turbo to make sure it's working properly, and hopefully be putting that boat out here soon. Yeah, because the weather will be coming up in late October, like November. The storms start getting further apart, coming over into December. It gets really nice. January on up to like May is like the best boating weather there is in the Philippines. So I want all these little things done so I can enjoy a great boating season this upcoming year. That's my hopes. Man, that's my hopes. So while we went abroad, I turned off the solar system and I just put it over onto the power company. That way, if any kind of problems came up, the family didn't have to worry about it. We had a couple friends stay here, Bill and then Mike, and same thing. I didn't want them to have to worry if an issue come up with the solar equipment, especially since I just changed the inverter right literally before we left. So I come in. So that is really nice to come home and flip that on, and there'll be no issues also, and we can be here running on free power now.